And here we are in the finale of Season 2, and we have ourselves a clash of the Titans. Giant monsters will be summoned, true forms will be revealed, and only one side will be left standing. But who shall it be? The Barbarian Clan, or the Organization of the Forgotten? Let's watch to find out. And here we are at last in the Season 2 finale, Clash of the Mighty. The typo of calling it finally is fitting considering how long it took to get to this point, right?
Mephiles, I know that you're here. Come on out, for I challenge your leadership and possession over this island. I challenge you to a duel. Face me, if you dare.
This is probably like one of the best duels in Unleashed, and even when we got to the Season 3, this still stayed in the top 10. Probably not the top 3 anymore, but I think it was either like a top 10, top 5 contender.
What?
Oh, be prepared. This is still a better Lion King than Lion King 2019. Oh, that's a cold take.
I know it sounds sordid, but you'll be rewarded when at last I am given my dues. And injustice deliciously square.
Be prepared. Well done. Nicely done. Good intro. It's a cliche of introducing the horror character with a sing-along song. Although at least this one was a villain song for a villain. So it makes more sense than like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star or something.
It's a privilege to meet the member of an organization that I recently just discovered. You've been quite the pain in my thigh, if I say so myself, coming to my island, looking for Zark to claim for yourself. What did you do to my men? Oh, nothing much. I'll admit they will make quite interesting vessels. But really, I just wanted a bit of privacy between you and me. This is between the two of us, after all.
This is between me and the Munchkin.
Look at you. Gene himself, reborn. How did you... Oh,
I have ears.
But if I'm being honest, you do look quite...
You wouldn't stop babbling it to everyone.
New look and probably even a new personality.
Well, no. Not the personality part.
You've been trapped in an endless void for more than 4 years. That's bound to do something to you.
I went insane, then went sane again.
You know why I'm here. Indeed. You require the card that I possess, as well as Zark. Well, I'm afraid I have come too far in my quest to give them up to the likes of you. I'm afraid that you will fail. I am too ambitious to lose, especially now. Ugh. Then I believe we are both in an agreement then. Very well then.
I expected a duel just to pop over there. I'm like, oh right, they do 3DSs here.
This fate. I've been waiting to use this on you. Go, Barrier Spearfield!
See, unlike in Chaos Charge, it seems that these are a very limited amount of quantity. But hey, it makes this one feel more epic if there's a Chaos Field here, right?
What is this?
Also, the Seal theme is fitting for a Chaos Field. It works.
Spearfield. I was given only one when I returned to these
As if only welcome to Dual Kind, I use the Seal Word Calculus as the Chaos Field.
Not only
gets the job done again.
Real damage while I am in this field, but with it, my new powers come to their full potential. And now, I can reveal my true new self.
Well, it looks like a Barian with the mouth,
What
the
do you
eyes.
think?
It fits.
Well, and I thought you were ugly before.
I would like to see a
Don't
gotcha
worry,
version
Tom.
of this Jean and what he's
This
supposed to look like in that,
ends
though.
now.
I know it couldn't be done at
Let
the
us
time, that's
begin.
fully understandable, but just like a flashback or something to be like, what was it supposed to look
Duel
like?
for the ages.
This does the job well, I'm
For the
saying.
future of our
Ah.
goals. And a duel to determine who gets Zark.
Who is the mighty in this
Duel.
clash?
I will be making the first move if you don't mind. I draw. I summon Rodent of the RO to the field. Using his effect, I can special summon my annoying child RO to the field as well.
I've only seen Mephiles duel
Then
like
I will
twice so
activate
far.
the spell RO Chemical Reboot. This spell card
This is a
allows
special
me to perform
event.
a fusion, exceed, and synchro summon all at once, using only my 2 monsters. So I will
You still better
combine
take them
Rodent
and it's
and
still
Annoying
going to be a better
Child
tool
into
than
these
freaking
3
Zashid
monsters.
versus
First,
his
I
Valtor.
fusion
Although
summon
that being
Kaiju
said,
of the
Revelations
GRO.
episode 36 is down at the
I
moment.
synchro summon
Because
Destroyer
the
Bot
theme
of
when
the GRO.
Zashin is
And lastly,
sealed by the
I will
Orichalcos
summon
is copyright
my Maiden
blocked.
of the GRO.
It's a simple fix though, it can be done in the YouTube thing. Just someone needs to tell Tyler. I DM Tyler, but I don't know if he listened to me because it's me.
And synchro summon all in one turn. If you think that's
If it's
the
up by
biggest
now, then I guess
trick
he
in my
listened.
book, then you haven't seen anything yet. I will end my turn with 1 face down card. Your move. Very well then. Prepare yourself, Mephiles, for this shall be your only
Yeah, he
turn.
went with the
I
Old
draw.
Faithful. If it works, it works. It worked well last duel too.
Let me bring us home. Go, Barian World!
Oh boy.
Barian World has a large variety of different effects.
Of course it does.
Depending
It's
on
a
the
Yu-Gi-Oh
number
card.
of Barian monsters on my field or in my graveyard. The more monsters I have, the stronger the effect. Now, what is a world without its king? I summon him. And since there is one Barian monster, Barian World is completely unaffected by all card effects.
So no, I'm
And
misteeing
its
it.
effects cannot be
Or
negated.
Cosmic Cyclone.
So in other words, that field spell isn't going.
Yeah, it's off limits.
Correct. Now I activate my King's special ability, which lets me draw another Barian card from my deck. Next, by revealing my Barian Bishop in my hand, I can special summon his Queen. And Queen also lets me special summon the Barian Bishop I revealed on top of that. Now prepare yourself, Mephiles. Because
Shark,
this is your first of many
Mizar,
problems.
Rio.
I overlay my 3
And
level
here we go.
7 monsters. With these 3, I built the overlay network and Exceed summon. Behold, Barian World's first line of defense. I reveal Barian Emperor Tachyon Halberg.
Oh boy. Get ready to sing this thing along the duel. He started with one of his aces.
Okay, that's our cue. Now then, let's get... What?
You thought Cyber Dark End Dragon was big in Dodd 7? You ain't seen nothing.
Leave or help out the others with? What the heck?
I like that they'll show that this is all happening at the same time, more or less.
How much father?
Like there may be like minutes between, but everything's happening at the same time.
Not too far now. Just a few more miles. Guys?
You know it'll be bad if David Talk would look out his window and go, "What?" But that wouldn't been filmed yet.
Sweet mother of the Egyptian gods! What the heck is that? Gentlemen, that is the first line of defense for Barian World. And that can only mean the final battle of this conflict has just begun.
He summoned the Ace of Aces. Look at that monstrosity.
Interesting. I would almost say that looks impressive.
He even has a throne room on the inside. It's so big, he stands in the cockpit. Or sits there, rather.
Special ability. Once he is summoned,
As much as the
he
cockpit is a
shuffles
throne.
all of your monsters back into the deck.
Good!
Say bye-bye, Mephiles. Thanks for the offer, but I won't be needing it. I'll have my RO Fusion shuffle my monsters back into the deck instead.
This won't dodge it.
That means... Only in this case, I get a fusion monster in return. An offer I cannot refuse. I shuffle all 3 of my monsters and fusion summon Portal to the GRO!
Oh, great. This thing.
Like I am going to be scared of a puny little portal.
Sorry. You should be, because this is my field spell.
Side of it. First of all, when my portal is summoned, it goes face up to my field spell zone as a field spell card. Field spell? Yep. And not only can I add 1 RO card from my deck to my hand for each fusion material used to summon it, meaning I add 3 cards, but you're not allowed to attack me directly while the portal is in my field spell zone.
So they both have a great layer of defense. The Barian field versus the GRO.
Then I will make it mine. I draw. I activate my RO ticket, which adds another RO card from my deck to my hand. Go ahead, Mephiles. Add all the cards you need. It will do nothing to save you.
Oh, you have no idea how wrong you are.
I would think twice about it.
I would fight for that at some point in the show. They just like, go ahead and add all the cards you need. Oh, well, if you said that's okay, I will do that then. No, wait, I said it was a bigger PC. No, take it back.
Pendulum. You have pendulum cards. Correct. You can thank a certain Hugo Celadon for the idea. Now then.
Oh no.
With these 2 monsters, I am allowed to.
Draco didn't even get credit for his own dimension.
12.
Hugo got
It won't
that.
get worse. Oh wait, I lied. Because of RO Chart A's pendulum ability. Since I control no monsters, I'm allowed to pendulum summon monsters from my deck, in addition to my hand and extra deck.
That's insane.
The deck can't be. So with these 2 monsters, I pendulum summon Apia, Sloth of the RO, Rata of the RO, Vigilante of the RO.
By the way, let's point out to me like what the lore of the RO was. They are based off of the Chinese knock.
Pendulum Dragon.
Jeez, you got the odd eyes too. Crap baskets. But yeah, they're based off of Chinese knockoff movies, basically. The one that's supposed to look like the movie that just came out and get all of your money off of it. Odd Eyes, a card used by a man that helped take you down.
When you have the power to create almost any cards that you desire, you can create just about anything. Now then, I activate RO Chart B's Pendulum ability. With it, I can turn your Xyz monster's rank into a level for this turn.
Huh?
Level 5 or higher. Oh,
Odd Eyes' effect activates because the anime version.
Let's have some fun. To expand my never-ending bag of tricks, I activate Coolio's special ability, allowing it to perform a fusion summon without the need of polymerization. So I'll combine himself with my Sloth of the RO. With these 2, I fusion summon Snortosaur of the GRO.
Oh, great.
Now I'll use my Sloth's special ability. By banishing RO ticket from my graveyard, I can summon it back to the field. In addition, since my Rata is a tuner monster, I'll tune it with this Sloth that I just summoned. Synchro summon Spiritualist of the GRO.
Yeah.
And lastly, I'll activate Rata's graveyard effect, targeting Vigilante
and making him level 7.
Him
oh,
to
no.
special summon himself back to the field. He also becomes... His level also changes to match my Vigilante.
Slight error,
now
not the end of the world.
Overlay them. Xyz summon.
We're having mistakes.
Cyber Wreck of the GRO.
Oh, great.
Your monsters. They look pathetic. Absolutely ridiculous. It looks like somebody threw them all in the garbage bin. You're not too far off.
Yeah, that's kind of the lore.
These monsters are the spirits of beings that were criticized, and thus rejected for their own stupidity, rejected for their own horribleness, and rejected because they were inferior to those that were higher quality to them. And here they are, in the
Everyone wanted to see Wreck-It Ralph, not Cyber Wreck-It
I
Ralph.
have given these spirits new life, a new purpose, to allow me to accomplish my goals to resurrect Zark. What exactly do you plan to do, Mephiles? Why would you want to control Zark anyway? Why should I bother telling you? You won't be around long enough to find out. Now, I activate Cyberx's special ability. When it succeeds summoned, all of my monsters gain 1,000 attack points.
That's a good start.
I'll use Cyberx's other special ability. By using up an overlay unit, I can destroy a spell or trap you control. For each GRO...
Well, my field spell's off limits.
Since I have 3, I can destroy that many spell or traps. But don't worry, your Baryon world won't be going anywhere. Your face downs, on the other hand.
Uh-oh.
Now let's battle. Snorter
They're gone.
Destroy his pathetic Halberg. Go, Hyper Sneeze. Not so fast. I use up one of my monster's overlay units, and it is not destroyed by this battle.
But you still take the damage.
And let me share you a little secret. My Snortosaur gains an additional attack for every other GRO monster I control.
Uh-oh.
Meaning he has 2 more attacks lying in wait. Go! I use up another overlay unit! Now attack a 3rd time! Again! Another overlay unit!
It did use 3 overlay units to be made.
Now, Odd Eyes, destroy his pathetic Halberg with Spiral Flame Strike!
Now do double damage, it's a level monster
when
now.
Odd Eyes battles a level 5 or higher monster, the damage you take is doubled.
Spiral Flame Strike with Reaction Force!
I activate Baryon Bishop's Graveyard.
So glad they
effect.
fixed that.
Not only can I
The real
summon
life
it to my
version.
field, but neither of these 2 monsters can be destroyed for the rest of this turn.
Gah.
Ugh.
Well, damage is still dealt and doubled.
The spear field also forces me to take real damage as well.
I figured it went both ways.
Cyberek, Spiritualist, you might as well attack him as well. Do some more damage. Ah! Ugh.
I imagine the bishop was summoned into defense mode, otherwise they would just target it.
Congratulations! You actually managed to survive more than 1 turn against me. Not many people can live long enough against me to say that. Oh well then. I set 2 cards and end my turn. It's your move. You fiend. I'll make this very academy your grave. I draw!
And thus ends part 1. Well, now we have it set up so it seems that we're relying on Mephiles to save the day. But let's be real here, we're not rooting for Mephiles, we're rooting against Minus. Although, honestly, this is like the Lancers wanted, this is a scenario of like, if they kill each other, we're perfectly fine with that ending. If anything, we prefer that ending happening. Oy. But despite being a Season 1 finale threat, well, Minus was Season 2.5, well, 2.5, yeah, we'll just go 2.5. He's really holding his own. Mephiles is the major villain of the series. Of course, he would just take care of a threat like Minus. But to give credit to Minus, he isn't doing bad. This is just he's surprised by how quickly that Mephiles was able to fight back against him, and probably to his credit, Mephiles is surprised that Minus actually held on. So each are giving each other respect in a certain regard, but. Yeah, this is only part 1 of 4, so the battle's going to heat up, needless to say. But let's go into more detail in part 2 and see if Mephiles can take care of this giant monstrosity before him. Let's go now. And now in part 2 of Clash of the Mighty. Ominous.
What's so funny? Oh, nothing much.
Final battle. Special rules.
It's just, let's say
I could recite the whole thing, but I choose not to.
all of my monsters' overlay units. Thanks to Baryon World's 2nd special ability, since on my field and in my graveyard there are now 4 Baryon monsters, I gain 7,000 life points during
Damn!
the
So all that damage done basically meant nothing.
So as long as that card is on your field, every time I knock you down, you'll just get back up again with another 7,000 life points.
Yep.
Correct.
So then you need to
But
out the
I'm
card,
done there.
or
Now I'll
out
banish
him.
the trap cards you just destroyed from my graveyard in the last turn. My Baryon Shield. And by doing so, I can draw another Baryon card from my deck. Then, I will summon my Baryon Pawn from my hand. Activating his effect, I can bring my Baryon King back from my graveyard and use his effect again to search another Baryon card. That would be my Baryon's Rook, and by reducing my King's attack points by 1,000, I can summon him. You haven't seen anything yet. Now I
we
will
add
overlay
Yugioh to
my
the group,
Baryon King and my Baryon Pawn.
as well as
With these two,
Zar.
I built
No,
an
Zar.
overlay network
Dumon.
to
Dumon. If his
exceed
name was
summon
Dumon.
my rank 7 Baryon Emperor, Silent Nasher.
The ace is here. A little bit of
Silent
clattering of
Nasher.
armor, I believe.
I have to admit, this monster
That's
looks
nice.
impressive. Oh, just you wait. I bet you're not going to like his special ability.
Oh?
When he summoned, all of your face-up cards become overlay units.
Oh, that
So
would be a
say bye-bye
problem.
to your field spell, your pendulum cards, and all 4 of your monsters.
Nothing happened.
Well, that was anticlimactic. Why is it working? You can thank my spiritualist of the GRO for that.
The
As
synchro.
long as it's on my field, your extra deck monsters cannot activate their special abilities
Dang.
the turn they are summoned.
Ugh.
You cheat! Your special summon was worthless. In that case,
Your special
just for
summon
a
wasn't
more
so
comfort,
special.
I'll overlay my Baryon Rook and Bishop. I overlay these two in order to exceed summon my rank 7 Baryon Emperor Tanuki Hand.
Okay, Giant Hand messed with Tanukis based on Garag's backstory
My
and his
Silent
ace.
Nasher may be
Nice.
unable to activate his effect, but he still gains 200 attack points for each overlay unit he has. And that's not all he'll be gaining. I activate the equip spell Baryon Photon Cannon. And
Oh
I'll equip it
no.
onto my halberd here. Now, not only do
What a
all
bit of
of my
tachyon
monsters
can.
gain 1,000 additional
Meh.
attack points, but the equipped monster, that being my halberd, is allowed to gain an additional attack for each Baryon monster I control.
Oh boy, so I could do this too. Your Snortosaurus isn't special.
Times this battle phase. And I take it that you're going to try and use your halberd's special ability to shuffle all of my monsters back into the deck again. I'm afraid not. Even though I can shuffle them into the deck, it'd be pointless since I can't attack you directly. So in order to do damage,
True.
I'll just have to do things the old-fashioned way.
This is a smarter
Go,
way of
my
doing
halberd!
things.
Destroy his spiritualist!
Damage dealt.
Why haven't you felt any pain? It's going to take more than the spear field and a fake Baryon Emperor to damage me. Attack his Cyberwreck, my halberd!
Mephiles has been
Now
through
destroy
far
that
worse
pathetic
mentally to deal with this
Snortosaur.
physically. He reacted a bit to that
Man,
one.
Attack his Odd-Eyes Pendulum Dragon! Go, grappling smash!
Everything's gone.
I am done there. I set one card face down and end my turn. Make a comeback, if you dare, Mephiles. Very well then. Asking you shall receive. Draw! I should thank you for clearing my board, by the way. Now I can bring out a whole new cavalry. Oh no, of course! First, I will pendulum summon from my deck these two monsters. Elfie of the RO and a second Vigilante of the RO. Then I'll pendulum summon my Odd-Eyes Pendulum Dragon
It's back.
from my extra deck. Wait, only those monsters? Do you honestly think I'm going to waste my entire extra deck on one duel? Let alone you?
Hoo 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 hoo.
Even you aren't worth that much trouble.
Dang,
Now,
throwing on
I
the
will
law.
activate my trap card, RO Plot Twist. This trap card lets me special summon one of my RO monsters back from my graveyard. I'm afraid not, Mephiles. I activate my Tanuki Hand's special ability. It can negate your trap card's effect by using up an overlay unit. And I get to summon a token to the field. You can't.
Huh?
My portal to the GRO protects all of my cards from being negated by your effects.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
No! Ugh. So I can't stop your monster's abilities.
Annoying
nor
little
your spell
gnat.
traps. Bingo. Now, where were we? Oh yeah, Coolio, welcome back. Also, I will use RO Chart B's Pendulum ability, turning your monster's rank into a level for this turn. Not again!
Yeah.
And now, since my Elfie's a tuner monster, I'll tune it with my two
Level
level
9?
4 monsters. I synchro summon level 9 Jester Tier of the GRO. He looks pathetic.
You said about the last
saying
monsters that
when
almost
I
whooped
use
your
a
ass.
special ability. First, he gains a puppet counter for each of his synchro materials. And then, battle phase, I have him attack your Tanuki Hand. Is this a joke? Your monster's weaker than mine thanks to my equip spell. Don't bet on it. I remove one of my Jestertier's counters to activate his special ability, automatically sending your monster to the graveyard.
Dang. That's pretty handy, Billy.
No.
Wish I could do that to a
won't allow
Rexstrom.
that. I activate Silent Nash's special ability. By using up an overlay unit, Silent Nasher can negate my monster from going to the graveyard. Wrong. From my hand, I play a quick play spell card. Go, RO Rejection!
Huh?
This spell card not only negates your monster's special abilities until the end of the turn, but it also lets me draw a card, since it was special summoned from the extra deck.
Bah.
No! Ugh! And I can't use Silent Nash's ability! Exactly. And in return, I also get to special summon one puppet token to the field, with the essence of your monster.
3600,
meaning it has the
dang.
same attack and defense. And I'll have that token
Imagine the
destroy
manipulator
Silent
of strings
Nasher.
thing that
Ah!
Vector summoned. It was the Spirit of Darkness, essentially.
And now by tributing that token, my Jester Tier can attack again and repeat the process. Finish off that Halberg. No. You may be able to get rid of my monsters, but this one you won't get rid of. I activate my trap card, Baryon Bond.
Huh?
Now by sending my Baryon Archfiend and
Bye, Vector.
my Baryon
Speaking of Vector.
Knight from my deck
Hey,
to the
Lito.
graveyard, I'm allowed to prevent my monster from being affected by your monster's effect. In fact, he becomes unaffected by all card effects until the end of the turn.
In general? Dang.
Sorry, Mephiles, but the only way you're getting rid of my Halberg is by battle. And since my monster's stronger than yours, I'll say bye to your Jester Tier. Destroy it!
Nah, ooh, dang, it actually worked. He felt that
You
one.
actually managed to hurt me.
If it was just Mephiles destroying minus the entire time, it would be a lame duel.
But then again, how does that feel? The fact that it takes a second-rate Baryon Emperor to hurt me. A
Ooh.
second-rate god. Whatever.
Demigod, then?
If I'm able to hurt you, then I'm able to beat you. End your turn,
Yeah.
Mephiles.
Do you bleed? If it bleeds, we can kill
I'm not
it.
quite done yet. Because by banishing my Spiritualist of the GRO from my graveyard, I can have my Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon gain his attack point.
Oh, shoot!
No! Now, Odd Eyes, go! Finish off that pathetic Halberg once and for all! And don't forget,
shoot
when
his
Odd
shit
Eyes
down.
Level 5 or higher, the damage you take is doubled. Spiral Flame Strike!
And then he's shot out of the air and taking 4,400 points of damage. He should have.
Halberg. Impossible. Minus, you will not believe what is possible. I end my turn. Make it yours. I will make you pay for this!
We'll see about that.
Now, since there are more than 7 Baryon monsters in my graveyard, I can activate Baryon's World's 3rd special ability.
3rd?
During the draw phase, I can skip it.
Huh?
And in return, I can add any card from my deck to my hand.
It has a built-in Baryon draw?
Duel. The effects of that field spell appear to be getting stronger. Indeed, but it saves me the effort of performing a chaos draw.
Yeah, there's no
doesn't
pain
it?
involved.
And during my
Since
standby
Mark go
phase,
around.
I gain another 7,000 life points.
Ugh.
And now behold, Mephiles. If the first line of defense didn't stop you, then I'm sure the second will. I play Rank Up Magic.
Oh, crap.
Baryon Force.
Now I gotta do it this again.
Now I summon my Halberg back to the field, and I can rank it up. So let's go. You think any common rank up Xyz will scare me? That depends on what it's turning into. Chaos Xyz Evolution. Now appear rank 8. Chaos Xyz Baryon Emperor. Neo Tachyon Drago Fleet.
Oh, crap, baskets. You know, the last one was big. This one's even bigger. This one got the 3 heads on top. It truly is a dragon fused with a mech. And he gets his throne back inside. You can see a little shadow in the Baryon mark. That's nice.
Mephiles? A little too much. Actually, I don't think you've gone far enough.
What?
Oh, ha, ha. You won't be making jokes after I use his special ability. But first, my Supreme Baryon Force card allows me to attach my other 2 Xyz monsters to this card as overlay units. Now he has 3 Chaos overlay units. And once per turn, his special ability lets me banish a card you control for each of them.
Oh, dang.
So, get rid of that portal, that trap card, and his Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Go Baryon Wipeout!
Everything's gone. We actually did
That
it.
was my favorite dragon. Congratulations. You have made me mad.
You successfully
And that
pissed me
is a
off.
fatal mistake. You're finished, Mephiles. You may have those pendulum cards still on your field, but they won't matter once I deplete the rest of your life points. Now go, my ultimate weapon. Attack his life points directly and end this duel. Cosmic Stream of Oblivion!
It's a nice attack, Dame. And that smirk lets you know we still got 2 more parts to go. Dang it! Anyway, that was true. Mine's being pushed to his limit, but he's pushing Mephiles to his as well. They're equally matched. You could say, as Mephiles said, he may be holding back a bit, but he's now starting to regret considering he's taking damage and just lost his favorite dragon and the field spell. So maybe some of this ego is getting to Mephiles' head. Now he'll probably be fine, of course, but he's probably gonna regret it. Like he was holding back, but that's the thing about holding back. If you hold back for too long, it comes back to bite you. Trust me, I speak from experience multiple times. I think we've all experienced that. We're just like, I'll just hold back a bit. It'll be fine. Dies. In a video game. Yeah. And that now Midas is being forced to break out his ace. Things are only getting from bad to worse, but as long as they kill each other, everything should be fine. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on to part 3. And now for part 3 of Clash of the Mighty.
The bug has been squished.
Sorry,
Midas, but you'll have to keep on waiting. Since you're attacking me, I special summon my intern of the RO from my hand in defense mode. What? Then, I banish my sloth of the RO from my graveyard. Now, all monsters you control that have more attack than the monsters I control cannot attack this turn.
Ah! Stupid sloths.
What will it take to crush you? Fine.
Meteor flare.
Make it your last move. Because face it, Mephiles, you won't stand a chance against my Draco fleet. You should really be careful what you say around me.
Not wrong. Let's see how I can turn this around, though.
I activate my intern's other effect. By tributing him, I can special summon a different RO monster directly from my deck. I bring forth my
pendulum summon from the deck not enough? Uh-oh. Normal monster.
Summoning an evolution monster, huh? Correct. I'm using the EXP card RO Evolution. Very well then. Let's see what you bring out.
You will be surprised by what we see.
I expand the DNA strand using my level 3 monster in order to evolution summon level 6. Mephiles, King of the GRO! What?
He summoned himself.
So this is your true form? That's right. This is my true form. Quite the charmer, aren't I?
No.
Wow. I did know that you were a dual spirit, but I'll admit I wasn't expecting this. Well, it doesn't matter. He only has 100 attack points anyway. He's pitiful. And you jinxed it.
Yep.
Because when I'm summoned, I gain the combined attack of every monster you control. And now I'm the strongest monster on the field.
Eat your heart out, Wicked Avatar.
And now that I'm the strongest monster on the field, I'll be using my other skill, but not before I explain my RO Evolution's other effect. With it, all of my RO monsters in the graveyard bow to my every whim, allowing me to use any RO monster in my graveyard as an EXP card.
What?
With this endless artillery in mind, I banish one of them to activate one of my skills. Now I can summon 2 more copies of myself from my deck.
And they're all gonna have the same special ability.
There's 3 of them! And using their skills, they gain your monster's attack as well. So I have 3 monsters stronger than yours. I have one of my copies attack your Draco fleet. Wrong! I use my Draco fleet special ability. I can negate its destruction by using up an overlay unit. I still take damage. But, with all the life points I have, a bit of chip damage is worth it to keep my monster on the field. Very well then. Then I will have the last 2 copies of myself attack, using up both of its overlay units.
It has so much power, so many attack points, all that strength. And its special ability is, I can't die by attaching material. Ugh.
Next turn.
It could just be like, end the battle phase.
I will use my Chaos Draw to give me a card that will cook up your destruction. Guess again. I activate my Trap RO Budget Restraint.
Huh?
Now, with this Trap card's effect, I am able to perform special summons from my extra deck during the battle phase. So with this trap, I can overlay 2 copies of myself. What? I use them to build the overlay network and XC summon Rank 6 Dark Grizzly of the GRO.
What the heck?
No! You have the right reasons to be worried, especially if my Dark Grizzly battles. I use its effect, getting rid of an overlay unit. And your monster is automatically sent to the graveyard. So bye-bye, Draco Fleet. Not again! No!
And you're knocked out of the sky again. Just keeps, every time he gets up in the air, he falls back down, like Sonic did in the opening of Sonic Unleashed.
Word of advice.
Or Sonic and the Black Knight, too.
Strong monster, make sure they have the effects necessary to stay around for more than one turn.
Yeah, right. Or at the very least, have a parachute.
Enjoying the pain? You were the one who brought up the spear field, after all. Well, prepare to face more.
The more you hear stuff, the more pain you're feeling.
After using its ability to send your monster to the graveyard, he deals you damage equal to your
It's a flame wing, man!
And he can strike again.
What?
Go! Attack him again!
He's right back down to where he started.
That's it from me. I end my turn. Just face it, Minus. You came all this way to dethrone me. Well, I'm sorry to inform you, but I'm too stubborn to give up everything I have accomplished so far. You have failed in your mission to get revenge. You have failed in your mission to dethrone me. And you have failed in your mission to unite the dimensions. Your only option now is to simply give it all up. Unless you want that handed to you the hard way. Shut up. Shut up! I'm not done yet, Mephiles. You may have been able to counter me at every turn! But I still have one last trick up my sleeve. And you already know what it is. Let's do this.
Well, let's see if it's enough.
Draw! Now, during my standby phase, I gain another 7,000 life points.
Gah.
But that won't
He's gonna have to go into the Ace of Aces.
You are about to face Barian World's last and greatest line of defense. Go! Rank up magic! Beyond the thousands!
Beyond the thousands?
Another rank up card. This spell card comes at a nifty price. First, I must
Half your life
pay
points?
half of my
Yeah,
life points.
tends to be how it
Then
is.
I must send all Xyz monsters in my extra deck to the graveyard.
All of them?
All but one.
All but one.
You send your entire extra deck to the graveyard for one card. Risky move. It depends on what card.
True.
Behold, Mephiles, you will face the most powerful and most destructive of all of my monsters! Ultimate Chaos Xyz Evolution! Appear before us, rank 12!
Not even a 13.
1,000
Ray Raptor's got that. 1,000 Gates of Hope?
This is your final hope? A gate?
I'm the one that's supposed to be smack
Not
talking to
just
small
any
monsters.
Gate, Mephiles. A gate that contains within its boundaries the power and strength of all of Barian World. And what rotten luck you must have to be its first victim. So what does it do? Well, for starters, it's unaffected by all card effects that would make it leave the field.
Of course it
It
is.
also can't be tributed, nor can its effects be negated.
Great, no
but that's only
kaijus.
the tip of the iceberg. Because through this card's effect, it gains 7,000 attack points for every Xyz monster in either of our graveyards. I count 15! So this card's attack points rise up to more than 14,000!
It's got over 10,000. It's got over 100,000 attack points. I miscounted.
Oh, but it gets worse. Baryon World's last effect activates. Since there are more than 14 Baryon monsters in my graveyard, the attack points of all of my monsters are doubled!
Ugh! And it's
But
even a
wait,
divine
there's
attribute.
more. Now I banish my Baryon Bond trap card from my graveyard. By doing
Now
so,
loop.
along with my rank up magic beyond the thousands, my monster's attack points double again. And then beyond the thousands effect activates. Since it was banished, I can return it and my Baryon Bond back to my graveyard.
Which starts the
I can then use
cycle
Baryon Bond
again.
to banish the two of them again, repeating the process.
Which will
And
happen
guess what,
over and
Nicholas?
over
I
again.
can keep doing this over and over again.
Double, 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 double.
Behold, Mephiles. Witness the might of my monster's infinite attack points.
It's even got the infinity symbol.
Has infinite strength. Oh, still not enough for you? We'll wait until you see this. Go, my gates, battle! And when my gates battle, all of your monsters are banished!
Magic cylinder. Oh no.
This is over, Mephiles.
Activado dimension wall.
Your reign of the organization ends here! Go, my gates, and this! Punishment of 1,000 Baryons! You conduct your attack, but I shall not lose. Not by sending my RO budget restraints from my field to the graveyard.
Huh? You can
I
again
take
attack?
no damage this battle phase.
Oh.
Whatever.
All that infinite strength meant nothing.
My turn. Very well then. I draw.
Let's see how he's gonna turn it around.
Can't.
Huh? What do you mean I
When
can't?
my monster is summoned, it forces you to skip your next draw phase.
Ah!
Also, you can't special summon from your deck, so no more pendulum summoning from your deck. And
It's
on
quite a
top
heavy
of that,
restriction.
Nicholas,
You held back for
that
too
wasn't
long.
enough. My monster has one other ability. During my draw phase, I gain life points equal to its attack
Which
points.
means you could have infinite life points.
If you actually conduct your next draw phase, that means... That's right. After this turn, I will automatically win the duel since my life points will be too high.
Effectively, yes. Not literally, but
So go
effectively.
ahead,
In
Nicholas.
two I
Make your
beat.
last turn. It will be an effortless one. There's nothing you can do. So,
Huh?
So, look at you! There are no monsters on your field, no cards in your hand, you can't summon from your deck,
And you can't even
and
draw.
you're facing a monster with infinite attack points! What
He's still got over
possible
5,000
bright
life
side
points.
can there be, Mephiles? You tell me! Simple. I have a graveyard. So what? Even if you can summon a monster, what monster could possibly help you against this? You may have locked me from special summoning monsters from my main deck, but my pendulum monsters still have effects.
That's true.
The RO chart B. It turns your monster's rank into a level. What are you
So
doing?
what?
You'll see. Now I activate RO Evolution's graveyard effect. By banishing a GRO monster from my graveyard, not only can I add it back to my hand, but I can bring my headsman back from my graveyard.
You're gonna evolution
ready to be
summon
used
again?
as an evolution material. Don't count on it. This monster that I plan to summon, I only bring out on special occasions.
He's not summoning himself, he's summoning
consider
something
yourself
else.
A very special victim. RO Evolution! What? To change the world is a revolution. Ignite your powers within and bring forth the new world order. I, Evolution Summon. Go level 6. New World Evolution Dragon.
And here it is. Honestly, I thought this was a Season 3 monster, but no, it's a Season 2.
Interesting.
This is one of those tries to cover me, just like, this is brought up here? Damn, earlier than I expected. But then again, knowing what happens at the beginning of Season 3, not too shocking.
I know that role.
Should have expected
Hugo,
that.
what are you doing just standing there? Come on! Sorry. I'll admit, that monster looks fancy. But it's worthless against my gates. Not unless I use his skill. By banishing an EXP card from the graveyard, New World's ability activates, allowing me to take control of a level 5 or higher monster.
Unbelievable.
Your gates are under my command. What?
This is his Dimension Dragon, essentially. Though it's not really Mephilis's. It's something he stole. No spoilers.
From me, it doesn't even matter. Because the gates can only attack if you control Baryon World. And you don't! So I win! Your feat was worthless! There's more. New World also gains the attack points of the monster he took.
So it has infinite strength too!
No! No! Sorry.
In the end, you lose to a Dimension Dragon.
How can
Again!
Apprehended? I was...
Even though it lost to DDDs, but still.
Baryons. I was given the powers of gods! It can't be! This is impossible! Impossible!
What is a god to a non-believer?
You will not believe what is possible. You should have known that coming to my island was a doomed mission.
Seriously, I don't think a single one of his minions won.
In my victory.
Like maybe a single minion, but that's about it.
Into you, doesn't it?
I don't even have high hopes in that one.
Nobody has, and nobody will. My willpower is far too great. And that same willpower will be responsible for your destruction and the end of the Baryon clan. No, 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 come on. Who are you? Who are you? Your end. No, please, mercy, mercy.
That's what the M on my shirt stands for. Mercy.
New World, end this war. Go, New World Revolution.
Nice attack, Dave. Infinite strength, straight to the face in a Baryon sphere field. I don't care if they just have the brightness. It gets the job done. It gets the point what you're trying to show across. Well done on that one, S-Code. He shot away into space and will never come back. Like Cars in JoJo Part 2. Alright, that's the end. Dang. To be fair to Minus, he put up a good fight, but it was a good fight against a man that was holding back the entire time. Mind you, I think Mephilis was starting to regret the whole I can't draw thing, but once he realized what he had to bring out, he knew it was fine. Just, he always had that in his back pockets. But damn, what an unstoppable boss just take out the, like, change of heart, basically. But damn, I'll give Minus this. When he pulled out his final ace, it's a hell of a final bit. Infinite attack points. Kind of hard to top that. And what's funny is that, like, well, actually, I was going to say, like, if he had just not doubled the attack points constantly, it wouldn't have mattered, but he would have won. But no. He had 5,500 life points remaining. Eevee never used the effect to double these attack points, ever. The New World Dragon would have 9,500 attack points, or at least 7,000 attack points, which is more than he has left. So, he was screwed either way. No matter what, Mephilis would have won. But damn, that was one hell of a summon. I think I got confused with Mephilis' boss monster in Season 3 in that finale. But either way, the point is, like, yeah, this is where you see his Dimension Dragon. And what a Dimension Dragon. But I can't say, but it's not his is the thing, but I'm not spoiling anything at the same time. You want to know the spoilers? Watch the show yourself. We're 2 seasons in now. But damn, what an epic conclusion. Freaking obliterated and sent into the stars and most likely melted. Oy. He thought he was all powerful, but in the end, he lost to a bunch of Hollywood rejects. Wah wah. Alright, but that's the end of the duel, but there's still one part left. So let's find out what happens in Mephiles back on the ground. And more about that reaction Yugioh had. Now the finale of Season 2. And this is right after the New World Dragon just finished it off the duel. And here we are in the aftermath.
That was a long run.
Also, what's funny is the Bariosphere field came out, but they don't react to the Bariosphere field. They reacted to the dragons, which I guess just made the Bariosphere was see-through. Meh.
I would have thought that you were discovered. Well, I'm smart enough to sneak away from my own dimension without them noticing.
Surprisingly.
I think I'm able to go into the burying plant without being discovered.
True.
In fact, I don't even think Minus caught on.
Nope, certainly didn't.
Fair enough. And I can see that you brought Yugioh with you. Tell me something, Agent Yugioh. What is there to report? Sir. By the looks of it, the burying plant has mostly been decimated.
Maybe a straggler or two, but they're wiped out.
Figured as much. That's what everyone else is saying anyway. Especially considering what we saw happened earlier.
Yeah.
Indeed, by the looks of it, Minus is out of commission as well.
Completely. He's in space now.
It's hard to explain.
He might have been shot into another dimension.
Short, it appears that Mephiles has gained the victory.
And then some.
Then settled then. The organization of the Forgotten will fall today. And by the looks of it, we might have to start fighting them as soon as possible.
You have no idea.
Really? Why? Because I just got word. Some of our troops were discovered and, unfortunately, destroyed by a member of the organization of the Forgotten. By the looks of it, it's only a matter of time before they discover that we're onto them. Ugh, brilliant. If we didn't have enough problems already. Indeed. I'm going to give command orders to initiate the attack as soon as possible.
Off I go.
If that's the case, then we better get moving.
No, not you, not you, Draco. You were told to stay back, and you didn't.
Ugh, brilliant. You guys are back. So how did it...
Topia's dead.
Hey, what's wrong?
We got the one Frog Dragon, but there's no more Topia.
It looks like you came back from someone's funeral.
Oh, you have no idea. Who even says that?
Ace?
That'd be like a common figure of speech.
Something I said. Why? Oh,
If it's a figure of speech, I've never heard it.
Alright, everyone. It's only a matter of time before our turn comes. So let's get to our positions and be prepared to finish off the organization once and for all. Yes, sir.
Easier said than done. Meanwhile, with Viper, because he's in the Season 2, don't forget.
Viper? Did you miss me? Ah, my lord. Glad to see you return. For a minute there, I thought I might have to send out a search party. Oh, please. As if I would need something like that. So how did your scuffle with Minus go? I will admit, he did put up a fight. I'd be lying if I said he wasn't a challenging duelist.
Seriously.
But challenge or no challenge, he was just the same as all the others. He fell, just like the rest. So I can see. Very well done, my lord. Speaking of falling, how exactly do our opponents fare in this situation? They're all but destroyed and disposed of. The remaining members have either scattered, gone into hiding, or, believe it or not, captured by the Lancers. The Lancers? If you can believe it, It appears that the Lancers
Proves that
have been
Mephiles
on our
doesn't know
doorstep
everything.
this whole time. One of our new admins got a hold of some of them and managed to squeal some information out of them before disposing of them. They're apparently here to wait out the conflict to see which one of us had fallen. Of course, they would try to prey on this situation.
Why wouldn't they?
Those Lancers just don't know when to quit, do they? No, they certainly don't. Activate the communication device on all of our organization members. I have things to announce. As you wish. My beloved members of the Forgotten, I would like to start by saying congratulations. It is your might and superior effort that has granted us victory against the Barrian clan. But I have been forewarned that this is only the beginning.
We'll be seeing more of him when we do the behind the door
The
stuff.
Lancers have discovered our little
Maybe I should have gone to him before the end of season 2, but again, we will see these people in future, I promise. Maybe next week.
But at this moment, I would like to assure them that they are dead wrong. This is definitely not our weakest, and we will prove that by continuing to fight once they decide to show up on our shores. They may have thought that they would have the upper hand in this situation, but I, and I'm sure the lot of you, have come too far in our goals to give everything up now. So, I say to you, the first wave may have been overcome, but the second has only just begun. So prepare yourselves. Go out there and show the Lancers who are the ones in charge, once and for all. For on this day, we will not be defeated. We will not be locked out. And above all else, we will not be forgotten! Mephiles!
Oh man, it's a good speech.
Mephiles! 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 That roar, though. Could it be? Yugioh. Right.
To be continued. Thank you for watching Yugioh Unleashed Season 2 and for watching the series so far. It's been a pleasure the whole way through, S-Code. You made a great series and so far a great season finale as well. Like, that was a sheer clash to the mighty that, again, as I've been saying multiple times, Mephiles may have been holding back against Midas, but we give Midas credit. Midas was holding his own and had Mephiles in a position once or twice that any other duelist, that probably would have been game. But to Mephiles, this was child's play. But even Mephiles had to give Midas credit to push him that hard and to make him bleed. In addition to that, he really pushed him to his limit. But that was one heck of an epic smackdown duel. Just, I have big monster, you can't win. I have little monster, you lose. Repeat it ad nauseum. But to be fair, I mean, it worked. It got the point across, just like Midas constantly being like, your monsters are pathetic. I lose. Big things come in small packages, as they say. Never overlook a little engine. I prefer little engines can do big things. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, damn. It's still a very good season finale, just them being, one being pushed to the limit, constantly coming out on the other side stronger than ever. Just, they are the bosses of their organization for a reason. You truly believe that. Like, it's one of those where if the heroes did go up against Midas and they lost, but that just proves that ironically you need Mephiles to save the day. But now the Lancers needed to zoom in onto the organization before it's too late, because they're starting to get some ground, and this isn't going to be good for the the rest of us if Mephiles isn't taken out. But that's more stuff for Season 3. Whereas next time, we're going back to Behind the Duels, everybody! Not jumping into Season 3 just yet. We gotta finish up the Behind the Duels and the character backstories and a bunch of other stuff. I don't think I need to watch every single Behind the Duel, but yeah, I also think I need to check out the Heartland Dojo saga because that's taking place around the time of Season 2, if I remember correctly, so I'll probably check that out as well. So, if you're looking forward to Season 3, we got filler. I keep, not literal filler, of course, but I'm just saying hyperbole. But again, if you want to keep marathon Season 3 on Unleashed on your own time and get right to Season 3, go ahead. Or wait until I get there. I don't care what you do, really. But, yeah, that's what's going to be happening. So, I hope you enjoyed the finale of Season 2 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Unleashed. It ends on a win, and to be honest, we didn't have any ties this season. That's an interesting detail. Correction, there was one tie. Hugo versus Havoc, round 1. But that was like 3 months ago in like the first duel of Season 2, so I just completely forgot about it. But yeah, there was one whole tie in all of Season 2 of Unleashed, which is still less than Season 1 that had 2 ties. So yeah, more wins than ties, that's a downright fact. Like, there were 0 ties in Season 2, maybe there was 1. But yeah, we're still at the same amount of ties, but we have 50 plus wins and losses. So again, this just proves the whole meme of Unleashed is nothing but ties incredibly inaccurate. Like, they're still in the single digits, we're halfway to the triple digits with victories. So yeah, maybe my joke is inaccurate now. Like, again, as I said with Spooky, it's like Unleashed in the later half becomes very tie focused, but as of right now, the joke has no water. It just legit sinks. And to be fair, even if we get to Season 3, like at the end of Season 3, I imagine we might get to the double digits at that point. But if we do, like, the win and loss count will probably be like in the 60s or 70s by that point. So it's still lapping the tie counter over and over. Like, maybe some of those are like, okay, but that was like a blink and you'll miss it duel. That in the count, like, but that depends on how you count the duels. The meme holds no water. Again, I don't think there was a single draw in Season 2. But I might be wrong about that. I can't remember every single one. But, yeah, I have the side counter there, so you tell me. But I guess that's all I really have to say. So that's the end of Season 2 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Unleashed. Was it as good as you remember it? Maybe it wasn't as strong as you held up. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And be sure to check out S-Code Knight in his own channel, and link is in the description. So until next time, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you all next time. Later.